the new Whirlpool W collection with sixth sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.
And welcome back. Now, when Krissy Gibson from Take the Cake comes to us, we're usually plied with like butter, cream, sugar, but not today.
But not today. In a strange turn of events, Krissy is going healthy this morning. What happened to her?
I know. Well, you know, I figured since it is breakfast time, and I'll be back with you later, and we can be naughty then.
Okay.
We're going to start off with a super nutritious breakfast. Now, buckwheat is gluten-free, and we're doing a version today that's also vegan.
Oh, very good.
Wow. How fun for you, Simon.
You're ticking every box on my menu anyway.
I know, but actually, you might not hate this. I know it's not your thing. But it's actually delicious.
You used to eat a lot of porridge when I was a kid, but stopped for some reason. I don't know why.
You know why it happens in my house? We stop every now and then too, and it's because we get sick of it. You can overdo it with the porridge. True, yeah. So here's a great alternative. It also happens to be hugely nutritious. Buckwheat is technically a berry. It's not wheat.
Oh, right.
There's no wheat in it. It's high in magnesium. Really high in protein, gluten-free. It's got 4 B vitamins in it. It is one of these foods that will keep you full for hours. So you can make this with regular milk. You can make it with cream. Today we're using oat milk. You can use hazelnut milk. And you can sweeten it with maple syrup or honey, but I'll get to that.
Okay, so more healthy than the usual oatmeal that we would buy.
There's more going on, and it's going to last you longer in the tummy.
More bang for your buck. Okay.
Absolutely. So we start with 165 grams of raw buckwheat groats. This is buckwheat, okay? You don't have to rinse it like you do rice. You just put it straight into the pan. And raw buckwheat groats, I don't know if you can see that, but it has a slight green tinge to them.
Oh, yeah.
You do not want to buy roasted buckwheat, okay? So here's the difference. Raw buckwheat groats are like the color of sand and have a slight green tinge. Roasted buckwheat groats, also known as kasha, this has a very different flavor, which can be nice, but not for porridge.
Not for this. Okay.
Sure we get the right one.
We're going to add 480 mils of water, and we're going to bring it to a boil on low, okay? And as we do, isn't that lovely? As we do, we're going to add just a few grams of salt, half a teaspoon. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And Simon, despite what you may think, the cinnamon adds a wonderful dimension to the buckwheat. I know that cinnamon isn't everybody's thing, but this really does just give it a depth that without it, it's kind of missing if you don't put it in. Now we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla extract, not essence, and we're going to use 40 grams of. Today I'm actually using honey, but what I prefer to use is maple syrup.
It's always struck me as a kind of a similarity to like tofu. It's an ingredient that needs a bit of help in terms of you can load it with flavour.
Yes,
yeah,
and if you add the right things, you'll be astonished at just how good it can be.
Okay.
And you know what? This porridge has actually been my kids' favorite since they were little,
really?
And that's saying something. My 23-year-old, it's still his favorite.
Wow.
So, we've got what we need in there, okay? We've got the buckwheat, the water, we've added the salt, the cinnamon, the maple syrup, or in this case, honey, and what else did we add?
That was it.
Vanilla. We're gonna cover it now, and we're gonna let it simmer on low. It's okay for it to boil for at least 10 minutes. So once that's done, we're going to add 60 mils of non-dairy product or dairy product of your choice. This is oat milk. I often use hazelnut milk, almond milk, soy milk. It all works. Or if you don't need it to be vegan, just add regular milk, okay? Now.
Dare I say, could you use cream?
Of course you could.
Well, wonderful.
Hey,
now is it
a dairy product? Then use it. So you can dress this up any way you like. You can add crushed nuts. These are almonds. I gave you boys some almonds there. Walnuts are lovely in this, pecans. Chia seeds, fantastic. Do you know what I'm going to do to this? Is I'm going to add some chia seeds now because these are going to plump up as well.
We can put a pinch on our own serving here.
Yeah, so I gave you chia seeds, I gave you flax seeds, fresh raspberries, almonds, and you also have a bit of oat milk on the side.
Okay.
Would you like some chia seeds?
Chia seeds, please, darling.
And then some flax seeds.
Yeah, we're
And-
going to add my almonds now.
You know what else is good? Dried
almonds.
fruit. I've got some dried strawberries here, dried blueberries. Fresh blueberries are great, but flax seeds are hugely nutritious. I like to add flax seeds to everything from porridge to salads. And if you want to slice up some fresh strawberries or cherries in here, that's good too.
How long does it take you
Or-
to simmer for 10 minutes?
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
At least. But I like to keep it on low. But let it boil. This is only just starting to boil here. I think maybe it's on a little bit too low. But you know what else? After it's been boiling for 10 minutes, you can turn the heat off and then add your milk.
Yeah.
And then put the lid back on.
Oh, right,
Give it a
okay,
stir and then leave it there for 10 minutes. Give that a taste and tell me what you think of it.
Is there anything else you'd use that? What else would you use buckwheat for?
You can
Like
use
baked
buckwheat.
salads, things like
I'm
that?
actually so glad you asked. My favorite salad is it has chopped chicken in it. We're not vegetarian in our house. Warm buckwheat in with the salad, which wilts the lettuce a little bit. Gorgeous. I substitute it for macaroni with macaroni and cheese. I substitute it for rice or potatoes with any kind of stew.
Right.
Buckwheat.
And you bake with it, no? It's not.
Yeah, buckwheat flour. You've heard of
Oh,
buckwheat
right, yeah,
pancakes.
of course. Yeah.
There was a time in my life when I had to give up wheat because they were trying to figure out an allergy on me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I gave up wheat for 8 weeks, and I lived off of buckwheat, and I looked fantastic.
Oh, you still
It is
do,
so
Krissy,
good for you.
Still do.
You were the poster girl for it, so I love the texture of it. Because
interesting,
porridge
isn't
can
it?
just be
It's a different texture, though.
soggy. It's kind of nutty nearly,
But
isn't
it
it?
doesn't break up. It doesn't break up.
Yeah, it's more firmer.
Yeah.
And the word
The
you
honey
just
is gorgeous,
used,
isn't it?
nutty, was exactly right. Buckwheat has a nutty quality.
Thank you, Krissy.
Well
And
done.
Thank you.
it has a nutty quality to it that plain oats just don't have. It's good, isn't it?
It's lovely.
The
And like
honey
you
is
say, you
beautiful.
can
The honey and cinnamon's lovely.
decorate it however way you fancy. Maybe some banana as well on
A
top.
fresh banana, sliced banana. And the thing about this is, if you were to eat that whole bowl, you would not need to eat again until 2 or 3 o'clock p.m.
All right, off you go. Go on.
I challenge you to that, so.
It keeps you full for a long time.
Thank you, Krissy.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much, Krissy. Now, if that recipe was too healthy for you, Krissy is staying with us. We have white chocolate lemon truffles later.
And you're
Oh,
back
yeah.
in the room. Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Full recipe details for the buckwheat porridge are up on the website, or check out takethecake.ie for more of Krissy's stockers and her additional wonderful recipes. Now, up next, West End star Killian Donnelly on the ranting the role of a lifetime as the iconic Phantom of the Opera in the West End. Stay with us.
The new Whirlpool W collection with Sixth Sense technology that fully guides you to achieve perfect results. Whirlpool, sensing the difference.